Question 8 says a program allows a user to save passwords used to log into websites. A stored password is inserted automatically when the user logs in to the corresponding website. A global 2D array secret of type string stores the passwords together with the website domain name where they are used. Secret contains 1,000 elements organized as 500 rows by 2 columns. Unused elements contain the empty string, and these may occur anywhere in the array. Right, so an example of part of the array here. Okay, so for security, the passwords are stored in an encrypted form, right, shown as just the circles. Right, the passwords can't be used anywhere without being decrypted, and you may assume that the encrypted form of a password is not an empty string. Right, then we have these modules. So we've got exist, which takes 2 parameters, a string, a character, and performs a case-sensitive search for the character in the string. Returns true if the character exists, otherwise returns false. Right, and then what encrypt just takes a password, so plain text. Then just returns the encrypted or ciphertext of that password. Then decrypt, well, takes the encrypted password or ciphertext. Then just returns the decrypted password, so plain text. And right, in case sensitive comparison, well, small a is not the same as big A. Right, so here then we just want to write this exists, and just to recap, I mean basically this is just linear search. So what we're going to do, I mean we just want to loop through character by character, and if the current character equals the character we're trying to find, well then we return true, and if we get to the end of the loop and we haven't found it, well, then like in linear search, we just return false. Alright, so hopefully this one is not too difficult. Let's go function exists. And actually, wait, have I created this? Alright, yeah, let me just... Alright, yeah, let me delete that. Right, that shouldn't be there. Okay, so... Right, yeah, this takes 2 parameters. Let's say a string, let's call it str, and let's go character, maybe call it toFind. Okay, and then, well, we'll just go returns boolean. I mean, here we could declare a current character if we want, although I think really, yeah, we probably don't need to. I mean, let's just start looping, so let's just go n. Right, this will start at 1, and then we'll just go to the length of the string. Okay, and then we just have an if statement, so we say, well, if toFind is equal to, then we can just use mid, and this will be str, right, then n is the starting position, and then we just want 1 character. Right, if they're equal, well, then we just return true. Right, let's go end if. Yeah, let's go next n, and then, well, here, if we've searched through the entire array and we've not found it, well, then we just return false. And I think that should be fine, so let's just test it. Let's try exists. I mean, let's try, hello. And yeah, let's look for, I mean, well, let's look for L, for example. Yeah, this says true. Now, let's say here we have big H, but here we're searching for small h. Okay, this should say false. Yeah. Alright guys, so this seems to work, and then I guess we can move on to part B. Now it says a new module SearchDuplicates will search for the first password that occurs more than once in the array and output a message each time a duplicate is found. For example, well, if the two passwords were used for these 3 websites, so right, this website.com, website 27, website Z99, then it will just say password for this website also used for website 27, also used for Z99. Right, then we want to end once all messages have been output. Right, and then if there's no duplicates, it will just output no duplicates found. Right, it says, well, we want to write the search duplicates, and encrypt and decrypt have already been written. It also says it's necessary to decrypt each password before checking its value. Okay, so I mean this question is actually quite difficult, I would say. So yeah, I mean let's see if we can get this working. Right, so here then, this is going to be a procedure, and yeah, so wait, search duplicates. Okay, and I think, yeah, this takes no parameters. Now, what we would need, I mean, here we're going to need a while loop, and we'll need some sort of flag, because, I mean, once we find the first duplicate, then we just want to end. So let's just go, hang on, not decrypt, let's go declare. Let's say maybe found duplicate. Right, this will just be a boolean. And then I think we'll probably also need a variable to store the current website's name, because like it says here, well, yeah, we want to say password for, the current website's name, right? Then it's also used for, these new websites. So yeah, let's just go right declare maybe, current website. Right, and then if we're using a while loop, I guess we'll also need an index. Okay. Yeah, so let's just get started and we'll see if that's enough. Now, guys, again, as always, I mean, if you want to go and get like all of this starter code, yeah, just with 500, 500 websites and passwords, right? Just click on the exam questions, go to the correct year, the correct paper. Yeah, there you can find it, right? And I mean, here we've also got the encrypt and decrypt, just like simple Caesar ciphers. Okay, so what we want to do, I guess, let's go. Yeah, let's say first we want to loop through the entire array, right? So basically looping from 1 to 500. So we'll just go index and let's assign this 0. Let's also set found duplicates. Right, this will be false, and well, I mean, the current website can just be empty. So what we want to do, let's say while found duplicate equals false, right, and then this will be and, so and index is less than or equal to 500. Yeah, that should be okay. Or in fact, I think, yeah, probably we don't need to go to 500 because, well, okay, when we get to index 500, we can't compare it with 501, right? There's nothing to compare it with. So yeah, maybe let's say less than 500, right, or less than or equal to 499. Right, then what we want to do, I guess, to get the current website, and I mean, do we need to check if they're empty? Yeah, so maybe let's just check if it's empty first. So we'll just go if, and right, this is secret. So right, this will then be the index, and the website name is just in position, or column 1. So first, let's just check if this is not empty. Right, and yeah, then we'll just do it, because well, if it is empty, then we just don't have to do anything. We'll just go to the next iteration of the loop. Right, and I mean, if we're doing that, I guess we just want to increment this index. Right, so if the website name is valid, right, so effectively if there is a website and password, then I guess we probably want to store the current website's name. Yeah, or in fact maybe we don't need this because we have this index here. Right, so I mean, basically here then we're going to need another loop. So we just need to loop through the array again, comparing, well, is this password equal to the encrypted password for the other one? So maybe let's call it, I don't know, I mean, we could go like index A, index B, or, yeah, I guess that should be fine. Right, so I'm just going to go, right, index A. Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess I can't do that. Right, here we go, then let's just go index B. So here then, I guess we want to start index B, and right, note that it does say efficient. Now we actually don't have to start this from 1, okay, we actually just want to start this from the next element, because, well, if this index A is 1, right, then we can't compare things with itself. So yeah, we just want to go, this will be index A and then plus 1, right, so this means this will start at 2, and then I guess here, yeah, I mean, let's also try the same. I think here we don't want this found duplicate is false, because if we look, right, there might be multiple duplicates. So yeah, we want to output the message for every duplicate. But let's just try this. So I guess we'll want while index B, and right, this will be, yeah, let's try less than or equal to 500. Because in this case, if index A is 499, then I guess we would also want to compare this with 500, right? Yeah, let's go end while, right, and then here, right, so I think here we can probably just decrypt it and see if they're the same. Maybe let's say, I don't know, like website A password or something. yeah, no, let's say website A password, because well, this saves us having to decrypt it every single time. So I suppose, yeah, we can do that here. So let's go website A password, and that will just be decrypt. And then, right, the thing we want to decrypt is going to be secret. This will then be index A, and then column 2 like this. And let's check. So we'll go, right, if, yeah, let's go decrypt. This will be secret. Right, then we want to go index B. Again, also column 2. And just, well, check this is equal to website A's password. And then if it is, I think then, well, here is where we can just output the message. Right, so let's say, yeah, right, let's just go output. We'll just go, right, password. So password 4, then we'll need secret. And of course, you know, this one you could assign it to a variable if you want, but I think, yeah, probably I won't. Right, so this will then be index A, this will be 1. Then we just want to say, right, also used for, and then this will be secret, right, index B, and yeah, also 1. Okay, I think that's fine. And then, of course, well, if this is true, then we also want to say found duplicate and set this to true. Now, you know, because we're not checking here, well, this will continue looping. So that means, yeah, this should find, you know, multiple duplicates. But then, of course, once it exits this inner while loop, well, then it's just going to kind of exit out of this outer while loop. Because, yeah, this found duplicate will now be true. Okay, I think, yeah, maybe that's okay. And then I guess at the end we just want to check that if found duplicate equals false, then we just output, you know, no duplicates found. Yeah, okay, right, so, well, no. Alright, I mean, let's just test this. And yeah, honestly, I mean, this question is quite tricky, I think, right, with the, you know, nested while loops. Then also, yeah, this index where here it starts at, you know, index A plus 1. But again, well, let's test it, see if it works. Right, so let's call search duplicates, and probably this will have no duplicates because, well, if we look here, you know, these are all just random. So yeah, probably there should be nothing that's the same. Okay, and I think probably I forgot to increment index B. Yeah. Right, okay, so index B. Right, let's try again. Right, okay, to be honest, I think, I mean, this probably will be slow, so let me just make this like 30 seconds, right, because, well, we do have, yeah, I mean, well, obviously here we're looping sort of, you know, 499 times. I mean, here we're also looping a lot of times, you know, just depending on what this index A is. So yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, so yeah, finally, right, that worked. Now, obviously, you know, this pseudocode thing, I mean, it's a pretty slow website. Yeah, it's, you know, it's not the most efficient or anything, but, you know, if you do run it long enough, this will work. Now, let's say we actually do want some duplicates, so I'll just copy this one. So what, tech nest HQ, and let's maybe just put it here. So I guess, yeah, tech trend zone. Let's also paste it maybe here finance wise. Right, and then if I just go down and run this again, I mean, this should have, you know, 3 duplicates. Right, and then actually let me also try, maybe I'll just copy this one, and yeah, let's just put this here. Right, so of course, well, these duplicates should never output, but yeah, the, you know, the tech one should. Okay, so actually, yeah, I mean, this was a lot faster because I guess, well, I mean, there was a duplicate somewhere up here, you know, near the top. Right, guys, so yeah, this seems to be working. Now, again, you know, this is pretty complex, so hopefully you understand this. And if you don't, maybe just, yeah, ask in the comments, you know, try to get it running on the site yourself. If you want, you can also add some extra output statements, you know, try to understand it. But yeah, anyway, hopefully it's useful, and hope to see you in the next video.